You know what, Winston, we threw out to the viewers, has anything ever gone terribly wrong, specifically with your food, during a holiday situation, okay? You got a lot of responses.
We did, and a lot of our viewers were very modest, and I'm like, that's not that bad. And others were like, take a look at our disaster, and they laid it all out. And I'm like, okay, so we're gonna read some of them right now.
Okay, why don't you start?
Well, yeah, we have a great comment here from Katie. She wrote and said, I managed to make gingerbread people, almost burnt them, but she saved it. I thought this was a really good trick. She crumbled them on top and used them as a topping for parfait. And a lot of people can turn saves into, like, you know, make lemonade out of lemons.
That's right. I think that's the smart thing to do. How about you guys, you pros over there? Anything ever gone wrong? Jason, I'm going to start with you.
Come on.
What day is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a list as long as my arm, right? But I always remember when I was doing my apprenticeship, and my chef still reminds me of this, but I was trying to do too many things at once, and I took 4 cases of asparagus. I mean, how long does it take to peel 4 cases? Like almost 2 hours. And we have a huge pot of water on, and I'm going to blanch them for, like, you know, about 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
I throw them in, I get caught on an order. Next thing I do, a 4-hour service. Turn around and the asparagus is still just boiling away.
Hey, that's a nice soup.
Oh,
That's
no,
a
this
nice
was great. It was
A little limp there.
good.
Massimo, you got anything? Any fails?
Oh yeah, but I don't have to go that far back, you know what I mean? I wasn't an apprentice, I was just a couple of days ago, I burned a pot of soup, but that's okay. I mean, it stuck to the bottom, and me too, I was having lunch, sorry.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, in terms of Christmas dinner, yeah, we had the incidents of, you know, throwing a turkey in the oven and you blast it for, I don't know, a half hour at 450 degrees, and then you're supposed to turn it down at 300.
Yeah.
Supposed to.
Supposed
it
to.
doesn't happen, so.
Right.
Oh boy. Yes. And the skin is my favorite part, and it's all gone.
I'm so glad you mentioned. I'm so glad you mentioned the turkey. Okay, Winston, let's do the one about the turkey, because this is Cynthia.
Yeah, let me pull that one up right
Who
now.
had 25 people over for dinner, so this is serious, right?
Yeah, and this is
pizza companies.
That's true.
this is one of my favorite ones. She said, I had about 25 people for Christmas dinner one year.
Yeah.
All the prep was ready. Turkey was in for about 5 hours, and I didn't feel it was cooked. So finally realized the oven wasn't working properly. We've all been there. Took the turkey out, and it was not done. Between my husband carving the turkey and my sister, cousin, and getting small amounts on plates, we microwaved it. It sure is a Christmas story brought up each year. The turkey was cooked and tasted delicious.
Did it taste delicious? Okay.
Lots of gravy.
Sure, a lot of gravy. Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to get back to your proper order. How about you, Randy?
Okay.
Dish, baby.
So
Anything
it
gone
was
wrong?
last Easter, and I was going to invite the entire family over. And I got, my dad actually gave me one of his cows, and so we had the prime rib roast, like the best roast.
Yeah.
I got my green egg barbecue going. It's a wood-fired barbecue. And I had this thing all marinated, and it was all beautiful. And I put it in there, and I get the phone call. The restaurant's on fire. So I'm like, oh boy. So I put the lid down thinking that I've exhausted the flames in the green egg and the primer, and I run down to the restaurant, and luckily that day it really wasn't on fire. That was another time. But anyways, I got to talk to everybody, and by the time I get home, like about an hour later, Sarah calls and she's like, your green egg's on fire. So the lid didn't like close, which oxygen got in, and then boom, this whole, my dad's beautiful prime rib was like burned, like charcoal, smoking, crazy. So yeah, we had like 20 people coming over, and it was a 20-pound roast. So I took it out, and I kind of like messed around with it. I took like this much charcoal off, and the inside was beautiful. I cooked a 20-pound roast in 90 minutes. See,
that's kind of a save.
Right.
So no one's ever just given up and called for pizza?
No.
Oh no! If there's a will, there's a way.
No,
You gotta
you'll
make
get it
happen.
done. You'll make it happen.
I have a saying around the restaurants, and I think it bleeds true to life as well. It's not the mistakes you make; it's how you fix them.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's totally life.
Without
That's what you got to
mistakes,
do.
you cannot learn anything.
It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up, right? And how many times
That's
you get
right.
back up. Okay, let's go back to the viewers now. Do you want to try? Are you on Shannon now?
I am on Shannon. Shannon
What'd she
says,
do?
I burnt my carrots. My brother reminds me of it every year. Threw the pot out,
course
and
he
Mom
does.
took over the cooking duties. # Mom to rescue.
Mom always to the rescue. Mom knows.
I think that's the best thing. You've always got that one person that reminds you every
Oh, seriously, right? Like, let it go. Why don't you host dinner,
Why do
brother?
I feel like that's you? I feel like that's you. You know, you're the guy that reminds you every year. You know?
What if something happens that, you know, no one else really finds out about?
Yeah, just like our next viewer, Kathy wrote in saying, dump the salad all over the floor, threw it back in the bowl, and no one was the wiser.
We know! know.
We know.
We
All
know,
of Canada
Kathy.
knows.
I have a feeling no one's showing up for her Christmas party this year.
They're like, I knew there was something gritty in that lettuce.
Ground almonds, no.
Okay, this one's from Deanna.
Yes.
Had about 17 people in her tiny house. What happened?
She did. She set her ham on the stove top, covered it with wax paper. She had a gas stove, and we know how gas stoves are, and the ham caught ablaze. I picked about 800 pieces of chart paper off a beautiful glazed ham, and ha ha ha, everyone ate it anyways.
Okay.
A lot of concealed foods here.
Smoked
Well,
ham.
here's my food fail story. I don't have any because I don't cook. You never fail if you never try. Listen, the point, I love your saying, you get back on and you do it again, and at the end of the day, hopefully it's family and friends who love you for you, so if things go terribly awry, you can recover. Unless you're Massimo reminding them every year about the failure.
Well, you know, I mean, you got to bring it up every once in a while. Keep them on their toes.